The Puma Deviate Nitro 2. Is this the shoe that can do it all? Well, let's find out. Welcome back to Running and Research. I took a wee bit of time off over the summer and now we're back making videos and bringing you more shoe reviews. And just a quick disclaimer, I am not sponsored by anyone. I am a small content creator. Any shoes that I wear, I have either been bought as a gift from friends or family, or I have bought them with my own money. Therefore, you can be guaranteed that I'm giving you my honest opinion on the shoe. I have zero biases. I have zero affiliations. I'm just putting out my own honest opinion of shoes that will hopefully inform the decisions of you guys when it comes to spending your own hard-earned money on a decent pair of running shoes. I'm excited about this one today, guys. Today we've got the Puma Deviate Nitro 2. Puma describes this shoe as a neutral road shoe with max cushioning and improved efficiency for everyday running. Looking at the midsole, we've got a layer of Nitro Elite foam that then sits on top of a bed of Puma's Nitro foam. Within the midsole, we have Puma's patented PWR power plate. That is a carbon composite plate, as I believe. It is not full carbon fiber, therefore it's maybe just a bit softer and less rigid than what a full carbon fiber plate would be. In terms of weight, it states in a UK size 8 that this shoe weighs 260 grams, so it's certainly not the lightest shoe on the market, but it is definitely 20-30 grams lighter than other daily trainer options. On the medial side of the shoe, we have Puma's power tape for extra support. It probably just helps minimize some of that excessive pronation that may feature in your running and just help keep your foot in place above that midsole a bit better. And of course, the legendary Puma Power Grip on the outsole. Honestly, this stuff is next level, and it's genuinely difficult to appreciate it until you see it in real life. It really does just inspire confidence just by looking at it, without even having to try it. You know this shoe is going to be grippy. And the website states a heel to toe drop of 6 millimeters. Now that we've got some of the stats out of the way, let's get into my first impressions of the Puma Deviate Nitro 2. I'd say so far I have probably racked up about 75 kilometers, give or take 50 miles in this shoe. So far, I'm absolutely loving them. When you first put them on, they feel lightweight, they feel comfortable, and when you do that generic rocking motion that we all do for some reason when we put on new shoes, you do notice the rocker really does push you up onto the toes. I did find that to be really noticeable just standing there and pushing my weight forward, and the shoe really does want to push you forward. It's quite exciting and it really does make you want to get out and run in them. They feel lightweight, not as light as the likes of your racing shoes, but they definitely feel lighter than other daily trainers on the market, such as the Nimbus 25. The upper is very breathable. I noticed that when I started running in them immediately. It really does seem to let quite a lot of air in around the foot. It's quite a nice surprise, really refreshing, especially as I got these for my birthday. That's at the end of July. It's been pretty warm here in Northern Ireland, and it was also very welcome when I brought these over to Croatia for a run in 35 degrees heat. I do appreciate a breathable shoe. The ride feels cushioned, it's very comfortable. I was a bit hesitant to try these out on a Wednesday at my running club where we typically run about 6 minutes per kilometre. I was thinking that these really wouldn't be suitable. However, pleasantly surprised, this big wedge of nitro foam when you're running at those slower paces really does seem to bring the comfort up to a very acceptable level. It's definitely more comfortable than a racing shoe at those slower paces. The shoe fits very well. I've read a couple of reviews stating that the toe box seems to be too narrow. Maybe I have a narrow foot. I personally have not experienced that. I'd find my racing shoes, the Vaporfly 2s, to be more narrow than this shoe. I really haven't experienced much discomfort in this shoe at all. Over the first couple of runs, I noticed that this part of the heel was rubbing against my foot. However, that was more due to me not really wearing suitable running socks. My socks were too short and this part was rubbing on my exposed ankle, and it was just a wee bit of chafing. It didn't blister or cut or anything, and it was very minor, but just something to note. As well as all the comfort and cushion that you experience over those slower runs, this shoe can really pick up the pace when it comes to the likes of your tempos and your intervals. Genuinely, I'd happily wear this shoe anywhere from your 5k race right up to your half marathon. I do think it's that versatile. Durability wise, as I said, I've only ran about 75 kilometers in the shoe so far, but it really doesn't seem to have taken any damage at all. There's a little bit of rubbing you can see on the exposed midsole. That is from me doing rope climbs. That has nothing to do with running. It was me just being a wee bit of an idiot and not realizing that when I was sliding down the rope that it was going to start burning the midsole and taking a wee bit off. So I noticed that on my second rope climb and I quickly stopped. The price point of this shoe, you can get it really anywhere on sale between £90 and £110 in the UK, depending on your size and the colorway available that they're doing the deal on. There is a huge selection of colors, as you can see. I'll put a few up on the screen now. And I think when you factor in that price point, this shoe really does need to be considered by every runner out there who's looking to add something to their shoe rotation or just really get a shoe that can do it all. Honestly, if you're a new runner and you're looking for your first pair of dedicated running shoes, I'm not talking about the casual trainers that you'd wear on the weekend, but you decided to start running, so you just wear the same shoes. If you're looking for your first pair of dedicated running shoes, you really do need to be considering the Puma Deviate Nitro 2. It can do it all. If you've been watching videos and you find it quite intimidating that these running YouTubers have 4, 5, 6 pairs of shoes in their rotation that they use for different types of runs, honestly, fear not. There are shoes out there that do crossover, and at the price point, this is undoubtedly one of the best options that you could be looking at if you're looking to start your running. Wear a shoe that's comfortable, but it's also quick enough. You could wear this 2-3 times a week. It's going to be durable. And when you have racked up 500, 600 kilometers in it and you're looking for a fresh pair, you can always just go back to it. It's going to be even cheaper than 6 months, a year down the line. You're not going to be breaking the bank buying a pair of these, even buying 2 pairs of them, and it's really going to do it all for you. Or if you're a more established runner and you do have a large selection of shoes and you have 4 or 5 shoes in your rotation, this Puma, it's definitely going to step on the toes and overlap with lots of your other shoes. However, as I said, I brought these shoes on holiday with me, I didn't have to pack 3 pairs of shoes to go on holiday to do different types of runs. I just brought 1 pair because I knew if I wanted to go out and run slow, if I wanted to go out, maybe run intervals, I could do that in this shoe. It's really efficient, and if you are used to buying shoes, you're probably not averse to spending £200 on your runners. So this is definitely going to be a cheap option that you can just bring away with you, and it's going to do everything. It's like the Swiss Army knife of shoes. So we've got that forgiving and comfortable shoe for our slow days that can also turn into a bit of a beast on those speed days. What else could you be looking for in a shoe? Trust me, do not sleep on this shoe, and keep an eye out for what Puma are doing in the running space. Thank you.